Let's make a crochet stitch pattern today. This is the crossed clustered stitch pattern. It is an easy pattern with single crochet, double crochet, and clusters. And this would make a lovely blanket. It's also reversible and has a beautiful texture to it. You can see the little outward bumps from the cluster, and the cluster on one side appears on the same spot on the other side. The only difference is they're just angled different. So this would be the side if you're right-handed, and the left would look like that in reverse. We will have a video on right and left-handed as usual. Just click in the video description to get that one. Let's begin on the cross clustered stitch. Welcome to GoodKnit Kisses. We're all about helping you stitch your love and love your stitches. To get the written pattern as well as information on the hook and the yarn used, please click on the video description below and get the link in our blog. We will have a pattern for this in a full square, 12 by 12, and also a 7 by 9 if you're making squares for Warm Up America blankets. We also have a right and left-handed version, so click down on the video description below to get the right or left for you. Today I'm working with a medium or 4-weight yarn and a 5mm hook. You can work with any hook and yarn you like. Just make sure the yarn is an appropriate weight or gauge to your hook size. For the multiple on chaining today, we're working with a multiple of 3 plus 2. So you want to chain a multiple of 3 and then add 2 stitches on. I will go slow for beginners in the beginning and show you all of the steps that you need for that. You can also hit the slow controls on this video as well to slow it down or speed it up for your liking. So if you'd like to make a square that's this size here, and you want to make the 7 by 9 for Warm Up America, or a 7 by 7 like here, you're going to chain a multiple of 23 stitches. And if you want to make 12 inches across with these hooks and yarns, with this hook and this yarn, 12 inches across is going to be chaining 38 stitches. I'm going to start with 17. So start with our slip knot, just wind it around your finger twice, pull the back loop over the front loop slightly, and do it one more time for the slip knot, or make it however you like. Slip that on. Your slip knot does not count as a stitch, and we're going to go ahead and chain. So chain your multiple. I'm going to do a multiple of 3. So my multiple of 3 is 15, and I'm going to add 2 to make 17. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I'm sorry I'm going fast. I figure if you're a beginner, you've at least chained before. So I've got 15, and we're going to do the plus 2 now. 1, 2 for a total of 17. And we're going to work into all but one of these chains for the foundation. So we're going to skip the first one. We're going to work into the second chain from the hook. So you've got 1 and then 2 right here. We're going to go in and draw up a loop and yarn over and pull through for a single crochet. So that's 1 single crochet, and you're going to single crochet into the next chain and into the next, another single crochet. So you just continue single crochet all the way down. You should have 16 single crochets all the way across to that last stitch. So go ahead and do that. Work on that. Pause your video, and I will meet you at the end of the foundation row. See you in one moment. All right, we're down at the end. Do not crochet into your slip knot down here. And if you want to go ahead and check, if you're new to crochet, you might want to just make sure that you have 1 less the number that you chained. So I have 16 on mine because I had chained originally 17, and one of them got used over down here to skip in the beginning. So I have 16 across. Go ahead and check yours if you like. Pause and come back to this moment. So to end the foundation row, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as a double crochet on your next row. So go ahead and turn, and we'll begin row 1 of our repeat. So the double crochet counts as a stitch, and technically it belongs with this stitch right here above the last single crochet that you made in the previous row. You're going to ignore that one. You're going to skip over the what we call this next stitch, and we're going to go into this stitch here. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, and we're going to act like we're going to double crochet and go through that stitch and pull up a loop, but we're going to bring it all the way up higher than you normally would for double crochet, and we're going to bring it to the height of this one here. So you use this chain to guide you at the height of a double crochet, and we're making a cluster. So this is the start of a cluster. Now you're going to yarn over and pull through those first two really loose loops. Okay, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, go through that same stitch and yarn over and pull up a loop, pull it up high again, and now you have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, and now we have 3 on our hook, and this is what will complete the cluster. Yarn over and pull through all 3. And now we have this space here where we had skipped one. We're going to go back to the one we skipped, and we're going to work a cluster into that one. All right, so we start another cluster. We're going to yarn over, go into that stitch that we missed before, all the way in, yarn over and pull up a loop through there, all the way up. Depending upon your yarn, you may have to kind of tug to get it back up here. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. They're real loose. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through that same stitch again, yarn over and pull up a loop again, all the way up again, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And now you've completed 1 crossed cluster. Then you follow your cluster with a double crochet in the next stitch. So we've yarned over, we're going to the very next stitch, go through and pull up a loop, and now we're just going to double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, and I just leave it way at the bottom here, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And now we've had 1 double crochet next to that cluster. Now we're going to repeat the clusters all the way across, and the very last stitch will get a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, skip the next stitch, go into one after that, pull up a loop, and pull it all the way up to the height of a double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 3. Again, we're going to cross, yarn over into that stitch before, pull up a loop, get it to that height of the double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, you want to do it again, go into that same stitch again, and pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, and another double crochet, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, and we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for a double. So you can see that we have our repeat of a cross cluster, a double, a cross cluster, and a double, and it just continues repeating all the way across. Mine's relatively small, so I'm going to go ahead and do these. You can pause your video or just keep it going if you've made a sample small like this. Okay, so yarn over, going into a skip one, go in and do a cluster. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to cross it. Oops, I didn't quite get it, so let me go back in here. And now I'm doing the double crochet. Okay, so that one was a lot faster, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. I'll just say the words just one more time for a reminder. Yarn over, skip the next stitch, go into the one after, pull up a loop to the height of a double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, get it up to that height, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 3. Now cross it, make another cluster, yarn over, go into that skipped stitch, pull up a loop, get it up to the height of the double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, and do it again into that same missed stitch before, pull up a loop, get it up to that height, yarn over, pull through 2, and finish by yarning over and pulling through 3, and then make a double crochet into the next stitch. So when you get down to the end, you should have 3 stitches. You're going to yarn over, skip the next one, and there's that cluster begin here. All right, second cluster, cross it, go into that previous one, make that cluster, finish, go through last 3, and then we have one more stitch, and you're going to double crochet in this last one. Go right in there. Oops, don't miss the whole thing. Go through both stitches. This first one's a little tighter being on the foundation row. There we go. Pull up a loop and double crochet. Okay, so I've got my row 1 completed, and I went a little bit tight. You can loosen up on your beginning chain row or use a larger hook if you find that it's too tight across. Mine seems to be okay. So we're going to complete this after we've done our double crochet. We're just going to chain 1 and turn for row 2. And now we're simply going to single crochet across. So this very first stitch here, you're not ignoring on this row, you're going directly into it and single crochet. And then above the cluster, you're going to have 2 of them. So you're going to, so the other one you're single crocheting into that double. Now we're going into the top of the cluster. We're going to single crochet 1. The next part of the cluster, single crochet there. And then we're on to the beginning of the next cluster that had started with a double crochet. So we're going to go in here and single crochet. You're just single crocheting across every stitch. Okay, so continue doing that across your row, and pause your video, meet me back up for the last stitch, and I'll show you where we are. I'm going to continue going on this one for my small sample. So I'm ending with the last cross cluster here. Oops. Okay, so that's the last of my cross cluster. Don't forget that you have a double crochet here, and it may be a little tight, but this last stitch is always going to be a little bit of a find it kind of thing. You're going to go into that double crochet, and I usually go with 2 loops on the top here, but if you can only grab one and find it, one's fine. It'll get buried as well. So we're going to go ahead and yarn over, pull through, and now we're going to single crochet there. And we've completed that row. Now we just need the last final touch, which is a chain 3. So we get another double and we can repeat our other cluster row. So you want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. And now you're going to begin the repeats of rows 1 and 2. It's simply like the beginning. You're going to miss this very first double crochet because that counts. We're going to yarn over, miss the next one, and then we're going to go into the one after that, pull up a loop, pull it up to the height of the double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into that same stitch again, pull up a loop all the way up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, cross it, and you're going to go into that stitch before, pull up a loop to that height again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, and get it to that taller height again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then you're going to do a double crochet here, and I'm going to do one where I show you how to go backwards. So there's my double crochet, and And let's say I skip over too many, you know, and then you find out your count is off later on. You may want to guide, you may want to look at your sample. I had done that before one time where you start making several rows and all of a sudden you notice that these rows start shifting, and it could be because you went over too far, or you maybe crossed everything into the same stitch. And so you'll just need to take your hook and go into the last one that you know is right, and then just undo it that way. Okay, so just continue repeating those rows 1 through 2 and you will have your crossed clustered stitch. To finish off your cross cluster stitch, just make sure you end after a row 2, and of course don't chain up the final 3 double crochets. You'll just finish it off at the end there and then weave in your tails, and that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure and comment down below if you liked it and what you think you're going to make with this. I do have a blanket pattern coming on this that we're making, so stay tuned for that one and subscribe. We also have more tutorials on crochet, so if you'd like more, please check out that playlist. We'll see you soon on Good Knit Kisses, and happy crochet! Thanks for joining us today, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. See you again soon.